and welcome to this week's FriBaT, Friday Beers and Tools with Andy. This week we have an unusually named beer. This is from MOONDOG Brewery and it is Old Mate Pale Ale. In Australia, Old Mate is a classic Australian saying for one of your mates, an old mate. Anyway, it's one of those short cans again. Why do they keep doing that to me? Alright, so MOONDOG Craft Brewery say it is, Old Mate is jam-packed with Centennial and Azacca hops. This New World Pale Ale is big on flavour and easy drinking. Has 4.5% alcohol volume, 24 IBU. Malt is pale Vienna Munich torrefied wheat. Hops Centennial, Azacca, Idaho 7 and Vic Secret. Happy Friday. New World Pale Ale. It's definitely different to the normal types of pale ales that I have. Not bad. It's quite hoppy, but not over the top. Flavour's good. It's got a good aftertaste as well. It's certainly not my favourite pale ale, but it's not bad. 4.5%, so it's up there in alcohol. Look, there's nothing wrong with it. There are better pale ales on the market, but I'm thinking that's about a 3.5 out of 5 spanners. Not bad. MOONDOG Craft Brewery. They say there's supposed to be some citrus in there, but I'm not tasting a real lot of citrus compared to some. Definitely hoppy. Definitely got some hoppiness to it though. Yeah, look, 3.5 out of 5. Quite quaffable. Not bad. Alright, those that know me know that I have a little bit of a penchant for multimeters, being an electrician. My wife would probably say it's not a penchant, it's a problem. I was in my local tool shop the other day and happened to see a Klein Tools Clamp meter, and this is a Klein Tools CL390. Now, one of my American mates, Tony, g'day Tony, said to me that Klein Tools is very good and very popular in the States, and I don't think I've got very many Klein Tools. I don't think it's particularly widely known in Australia, but certainly from what Tony tells me, it's a good quality product. So when I saw this clamp meter on special, and you can probably see the special price there, for $89, I was interested in it, especially since it will read up to 400 amps AC/DC with the clamp. Now, that's particularly handy. Not just for electricians, but certainly for those of us that tinker with cars, etc. Being able to put a clamp meter onto a circuit and read what sort of current is being drawn without having to actually break the circuit with a normal ammeter. You would need to break the circuit and put the ammeter in series in the circuit to measure the current. Having a clamp meter is a particularly handy little addition. So, what can I tell you about the Klein Tools CL390 apart from it is auto-ranging. It's an AC/DC clamp meter. It has a test lead holder on the side of the clamp and an optional magnetic hanger for the meter for hands-free operation. But that doesn't come with it, so non-contact voltage tester integrated into the clamp jaw. Now that's particularly handy too. Those of you who will have seen previously, I have used non-contact voltage testers and reviewed them, and having a meter which has a non-contact voltage tester integrated into the clamp jaw is also particularly handy. Unlike the cheap Chinese one that I recently reviewed, which had a nice big screen, the LCD screen is a little small on this, but it is what they call a high visibility reverse contrast screen. So the screen will stay dark. We'll turn it on in a sec if it's got a battery. And the numbers and other information on the screen show up in white. So that's a good thing. It is auto ranging and has true root mean square or TRMS measurement. So when measuring AC voltage, RMS voltage is the most accurate voltage measurement that you can measure. It measures AC current and NCVT via a clamp, that's a non-contact voltage tester, as well as AC-DC voltage, resistance, frequency, DC microamp, capacitance, dual duty cycle, diode test and continuity test via the leads. And it also comes with a temperature thermocouple so that you can read, with a K-type thermocouple, you can read temperature, which is also handy. It has max-min, relative zero and data hold capability, and it will automatically power off after 10 minutes to conserve battery life. It includes a carrying case, which we'll open up and have a look at in a sec, and it comes with test leads with Cat 3 and Cat 4 safety caps, thermocouple, instructions, and 3 AAA batteries. Oh, that's handy. It does have batteries. Low battery indicator and easily accessible battery compartment built to withstand a 6'6" or 2 meter drop. Cat 3 600 volt class 2 double insulation safety rating, so it is able to be used on very high voltage, which is handy, and meets requirements for use in basic and controlled electromagnetic environments such as residential, office and light industrial locations. All right, let's unbox it and have a look at what you get in the box. What's in the box? Well, obviously your clamp meter has the holder on the side for the test leads. Very nice pouch. That's your K-type temperature thermocouple. 3 cheap-assed Chinese batteries and test leads. Test leads can be a bit hit and miss, especially with the Chinese meters I've found. These seem to be very, very nice leads. Where is it made? Made in China, Klein Tools. Does have little caps for your multimeter leads, which are kind of useless. Just take them out for the first time and then you plug in your leads and that's it. The LCD screen does have a little screen protector on it as well, which there we go. Right, batteries, and very good. You have to have a Phillips head screwdriver to be able to put the batteries in, which is annoying, but it's also a good thing. The amount of kids that are swallowing batteries nowadays and killing them or severely maiming them is phenomenal. It's good to see that a company like Klein Tools is making their Chinese manufacturer put that in there. In fact, I think almost all are now, so I'll just go and get a screwdriver. And before anyone comments in the comment section about the pink screwdriver, I bought my wife a cheap set of tools to have inside the house under the kitchen sink. I'm not going all the way out to the shed to get a screwdriver. Okay, let's turn it on. Oh yes, the screen is actually very easy to read, even without my glasses, which is important for an old fella like me. It's automatically, so it is auto ranging. I've selected voltage, and it defaults to AC voltage unless you are testing DC voltage on something. Continuity function, the beep is quite quiet on it. So let's just do the continuity function here. Yeah, it's fairly quiet. Still, I'm not that deaf. The clamp is nice and positive, and it's got good spring tension to it, so no problems there. It does have a hold button on the side, which is particularly handy when you're testing for transient voltages. Yes, very nice. And when you press the hold, a little H comes up in the window in the LCD screen here. All right, let's test something with it. Okay, after a little bit of fiddling getting it into the correct spot within the power distribution board here, you can see we've got 238.3 volts, 240 volts in Australia, so that's very good. It does have a frequency function as well, so let's see how accurate our 50 Hertz system is. And we have 50.01 Hertz. Excellent. Well, there you go. That's the Klein Tools CL390. I bought this on a clearance price of $89 Australian, down from $109. However, looking online from the same tool shop, they have them for $99. So they're $109. It's typical, isn't it? They specials, clearances, they mark the price up and then clearance it down a little bit less than their normal price. A quick look around on other sites. Amazon has them for $119.20. I'll put a link in the description below if you're interested in buying one. It's probably not bad value at that price. I certainly wouldn't, if you can get one for $89, then it's much better value, of course. Total Tools, the shop I bought it from, as I mentioned, in fact, their normal price now is $90.50. So I got a real bargain of $1.50 off. Let's talk value for money. For a decent quality clamp meter that's capable of reading 400 amps, $89 is pretty good value. Yes, it is Chinese made, but obviously it's made to Klein Tools specifications and quality control. So I have no problem with the quality of it. I have a problem with everything made in China at the moment, but anyway, it is what it is. So for value for money, if you can find it for around about the $90 mark, I think it's probably a 4.5 out of 5. You can get cheaper clamp meters. They're usually no-name brands. There are a lot on Amazon that are all Chinese or Taiwanese made. That's not necessarily a bad thing. They seem to be very good at making multimeters. So for me, at around $90, I think it's probably a 4.5 out of 5 beers for value. If you buy it from Amazon at $120, it probably drops it down to about a 4 for value for money, but still some people like to buy from Amazon. So as I said, I'll put the link in the description below. For functionality, it does everything that an electrician's clamp meter, handy clamp meter should do, and especially also for those of us that tinker with vehicles, because electricians don't deal with DC very often. Having a clamp meter ability to be able to measure DC current is also particularly handy in the vehicle environment. So for me, look, it's a 5 out of 5 for functionality. It does everything that it should do. It does have the non-contact voltage tester in the clamp here as well, which is handy from an electrician's perspective, and it's really nicely made. It seems to be really robust, and they say that it can survive a fall from 2 meters onto concrete, so that's pretty good. I do like the high contrast display. For us old fellas, a little bit bigger display would be better, but still I can see it fine without my glasses, so therefore it's good for me. So it's a 5 out of 5 beers for functionality for me. A very nice clamp meter to add to my kit. Alrighty, well that's it for this week's FriBaT. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you got something out of it. Please like, share and subscribe. A lot of people are watching my videos and not subscribed. It helps the channel out heaps if you subscribe. Just hit that little subscribe button and hit the bell so that you get notified when I upload a new video. And if you can, please leave a comment. I love getting comments. I answer all comments. The channel is still nice and small, so I can answer all my comments. Maybe when I've got 1 million subscribers, I might find it difficult answering comments, but please leave a comment. I love getting comments and I will answer your comment. Anyway, that's it for this week. Happy Friday. See you next week.